Hello again, Vac fans, and this shall be a 20-minute snooze fest number 4. Baking soda in the carpet test number 4. This is using a Dyson DC25, so Joe Wheeler and/or brother might be interested in this. So, how this works is we do 10 passes for a pre-vacuum, show you that this thing can't pick anything up, and then I've got 200 millimeters of baking soda that we go ahead and put in the carpet, and we vacuum, 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 and see what happens. Now the DC65, I think in the first 10 passes, picked up about 80 millimeters. So let's see what the DC25 can do. And if you notice on my website, I have everything organized, well, a lot of things, not everything, into playlists. So if you're interested in whole house cleanings or baking soda or flour in the carpet tests, I should have a playlist for many things. Okay, here we go with 10 passes pre-vacuum. It better not be anything. Let's find out. And we have essentially nothing. So, got a little piece of carpet fluff. There's a rosy dog fiber in there, and there might be a half a millimeter or something, whatever. But about as clean as it can get. Obviously, not picking anything up. So, of course, all the filters are clean, you know, blah, blah, blah. I reset the carpet every time, too. Alright, 200 millimeters of baking soda. You know what the funny thing is? I did so many flour in the carpet tests that every so often I go and call baking soda flour, which, of course, is wrong, even though they're kind of similar. I mean, it's fine particulate, and it's lightweight and all that stuff, and of course it's white, but it's baking soda. So if I accidentally call it flour, I mean baking soda. Alright. Incredible disappearing act. I think the DC65 did 80 millimeters first 10 passes. So let's see if the DC25 does better or worse. And this has very similar airflow at the power nozzle. It's somewhere in the mid-50s. I know my, I think this one's either 55 or 57 at the nozzle, but you get the idea. All the Dysons I have, and I just have 3, are all in the 50s. So first 10 passes, let's see what happens. Quite a bit. But will it be better than its newer, bigger brother, the DC65? Alright, let's see if we got any little bonus material we got to get out of there. That's pretty clean pickup. That is, yeah, that's pretty clean pickup. Alright, so we're going to put all of that in there. Looks like a lot. Alright. First 10 passes, and we are at 120 millimeters. Wow, look at that. Let's see if I can make it to where you can see that a little better. Angle it around a little bit. 120 millimeters. So we have a 60% pickup in the first 10 passes. That would mean an average of 6% per pass. So if you only did one pass, it wouldn't pick up much. All right, that's the first 10 passes. Here comes the next 10 passes. 20 passes later, let's see how DC25 did. Ooh, a lot less. They still picked up some, but the amount picked up was quite a bit less than the first 10. Alright. Let's see if we got anything I need to separate out. That's not, I don't think that, well, it's something's mixing with baking soda. It's not exactly baking soda. Might be a little dirt somehow. It's grabbing out of there. I'm going to have to separate that out. I mean, it's a different color. See if I go and do this, you can see that's different color. I mean, some of that is baking soda, but some of that is slightly different. You know, that's so small. That's going to be really difficult for me to separate out. I'm going to go ahead and put it in there anyway. I realize it's going to affect the test somewhat, but when you pinch that together, I don't think that's really going to do a whole lot to screw up the test. I'm going to include that, even though you can tell it's a slightly different tint. Be pretty hard for me to separate that out, and the particle size is really very, very similar. Certainly wasn't any carpet fuzz in it. Right, we got a little. Sometimes you get an air bubble in here, like what I just got right now. Get in there. All right, I think we're doing pretty good here. So I'm looking at 100 and I'm going to call it 150 millimeters. I think I got the air bubble out. 150 millimeters in there. Look at that. That's something. 150 millimeters. All right. So we are picking up. It's doing a pretty good job. That was after 20 passes, and we've got about 75% of the baking soda out. But it's over 20 passes. Here we go. All right, 30 passes. See what goodies we have in here now. Oh, it's really slowed down now. After 30 passes, it's just not picking much up, but there's not that much left to pick up. Yeah, I'm going to count all of that. That's a pretty good pickup there. The quality of that's pretty decent. Okay. So this is 30 passes. Hopefully that'll tamp down decently enough. And I'm at 159. Yeah, it's really slowing down. Yeah, it's definitely slowing down. But it's still picking up. So we're going to keep going all the way to 60 passes, just like the rest. So there you go. Hopefully you can see that. Not quite 16 centimeters or 160 millimeters, but close. Close. Right, here we go for 40 passes. And if you were fast forwarding to the end of the video, keep going because we're not done yet. I think I ended up doing like 6 and 4 rather than 5 and 5 for the passes if you were counting. Still 10 total. Alright, here we go. 40 passes. Yeah, it's pretty much done. I mean, there's not that much left to pick up. We picked up a lot. Pretty clean pickup now. Not a lot of carpet fuzz or fluff. 40 passes, and we are at 160. I'm going to call that 162. 162 millimeters. So we're up at over 80% in 40 passes. Again, hope you can see that. All right, now we go to 50 passes. Passes, and the DC25 has found, oh, not much, not much. I think it's essentially done. Look at that. Let me condense that a bit, compress that. Oh, piece of cardboard fluff. So, after 50 passes, we've made it up to, it's really slowing down, 166 millimeters. Hasn't quite hit 170 just yet. All right, the final 10 passes. Like I said, you've been fast forwarding to find the end. You're almost there. Here we go, 60 passes. We are at the end. Aren't you happy? 60 passes. And nothing appreciable. Alright. Yeah, nothing that really is going to change much. That's it. So for a total count, after 60 passes, we have a whopping, let's see, did we break 170? Nope. About 165, 166. That's what we got in the end. After 60 passes. That's a lot of passes. So, I think, compared to the DC65, after 60 passes, I think both machines approximately pick up the same, but this DC25 in the first 10 picks up quite a bit more than the DC65 does. But over time, I think it ends up being something similar. This is a smaller head. The airflow density, like say how much airflow there is per square inch of rug plate, the airflow density is a little bit more here, and I'm going to guess that's probably what really makes the difference. Because certainly this is the DC25 Animal. The little tufts in here are honestly, they're very few and far between. If you can see them, they're spread out almost about a ½ inch between each one. So it's not like super dense bristles. Anyway, I think I have one more, which is the DC14, that I'm going to do this baking soda in the carpet test with, and that's going to complete 5. So anyway, oh look, I didn't go on for like 22 minutes. I only did about 17 minutes. So thanks for watching, and you can wake up now. Until next time, happy vacuuming.